Welcome everybody to the Falcon One-Shot. I'm your host Falcon. This right here is Zombie City Defense 2. Now, if you're wondering about number 1, I'm right there with you. I have never heard about number 1 itself, but that just could be me, I guess. I'm not sure. But I've been following number 2 for a couple of months now because, as you can see, the style right here is what really drew me to the game itself. You kind of play in this little weird, like, satellite type of view of cities. The gameplay itself is kind of like a RTS meets a tower defense. Nothing really too mind-blowing there, but at least the style is what really drew me to the game itself. So, all that said and done, let's get into the new game over here and show you how this plays out. We'll go into new game if you would allow me to do that. The bird faction, that sounds good to me. Why not? Continue, we'll go into this empty slot over here. Now, we are here in the US. Now, mind you, this epidemic's going to actually reach other countries, but you have to unlock this as you go forward, as you can probably see over here. We have a training mission up in Canada somewhere, it does seem, and our first mission is going to be down here in, I want to say, what is that, Oregon? Could be Oregon. We have Idaho over here, Oregon and Washington, am I right? That could be it. Maybe at the border between Washington and Oregon. Assuming that is Oregon. I don't know. Either way, our first mission is going to be over here. Now, mind you, since we're really starting off a new campaign over here, you're not going to be able to see all the stuff that the game offers, unfortunately, because, you know, it's a Falcon One-Shot. I'm very limited in what I can show you, but you actually have to make progress to unlock other stuff. So you'll be able to, like, make vehicles, you'll be able to set up buildings with, like, you know, watchtowers and, like, flamethrowers and all sorts of different weapons. But since we're starting off a fresh and new game over here, it's going to be something that comes down the line afterwards. So I won't be able to show everything off, unfortunately, but at least you'll get an idea how the game plays out. So, tactical configuration. Over here we have 4,000 tactical points to distribute early on, and we also have 4 free slots. What that means for us is if I wanted to disable Rifleman Squad, I'm not sure why I would do that, but I could do that right here, and now we have 5 free slots. But, I mean, you could disable them if you're looking for a different type of strategy, mind you. There's going to be different strategies that actually do better in different maps depending on the type of enemies you're dealing with here. But since the first map, Rifleman Squad is actually pretty useful. I personally love the Marksman Squad. They give you like high damage at medium range, so I'm going to go ahead and use 3,500 points on that. We have now unlocked that. We have 2 free slots. Let's go ahead and enable that. We have 2 free slots now. We have 500 tactical points left over. I'm going to go with the Medic Squad to keep us healthy just in case. And we'll go ahead and enable the Medic Squad, and that's about it for us, right? As you can see over here, you can make vehicles. You can make Humvees for better, I guess, traveling, flamethrower tanks, light tanks, and all these will be different units that excel against different type of zombies. But since we're on the first map, we don't have to worry too much about that. But this will give you an idea of all the type of upgrades you'll have down the line if you pick this up for yourself over here. Alright, so we're pretty much good to go. Let's go ahead and disembark now. And as we start off, I like to pause immediately to kind of get an idea as to what's happening over here. This is going to be our food supply. Our resources, we'll be using this to like build more units and also to take over different areas. Medicine to keep us healthy when we take damage, and this will be survivors that we could actually train into being like extra marksmen, extra scouts, etc, etc. And you actually pick these up, or at least you build up a supply of them by doing 2 things. Number 1, going out here into the map and scavenging for survivors and supplies, or in your main base over here, you could actually set up engineers to work on, say, the farm, and they'll actually produce food for you. You can set them up over here at the police station to train fighters. Over here, we also have the military tech center, which will actually provide... Oh, here you'll be able to build turrets and vehicles, but since we're a bit low on resources, we probably won't be able to do that. Plus, we have to unlock them from the tactical configuration menu, so that's not something we have to worry about this level itself. And over here, we have an industrial building. This is going to be a free empty building with no benefit for us, but it does have resources. We'll be actually going in there pretty soon. Over here we have the Tiger Factory. It produces a huge amount of materials, so if we put an engineer over here, we'll get materials over time, which is very useful. Over here we'll be setting up a sniper, because the higher the people are at, the bigger range they have, and the more range they actually have for against their units as well. Now out here we have a couple of Zambros. We have some zombies wandering through this side. We have one over here. They're indicated by all these icons which have like a different type of a zombie. Like some will be like faster, stronger, better, harder, technologic, you know, whatever. Sorry, Daft Punk right there. And down over here is where going to be our waves of attacks coming forward. This is where the tower defense mechanic kind of comes into play. You have 1 regular Zambro in 17 seconds coming over here and attacking us. There's a couple of more centers over here which we can charge and attack to give us a better tactical standpoint of view. So if we come over here, we'll be able to post up with snipers and just snipe zombies as they come out from this area. Very ideal spot to move at, but you definitely have to play more aggressive for that. But there you guys have it. That's kind of like the overlay itself. Now, let's get into the game itself. Let me go into... Oh yeah, and this over here is going to be our headquarters. If this falls to the zombies, game over for us. So you might want to keep this secure. You might even want to barricade it as well. Let me go into production, and let's go ahead and set up an engineer as soon as possible. It'll take us a minute before we get that, and we'll get one extra engineer. We could also barricade the spot for 25, but we're a bit low, so I'm going to hold off on that for a bit longer. We want an engineer for the food, so we actually produce food, because right now we're in a negative, so we're losing food as we go forward. Over here, we could actually set up an extra scout, which I want to go out and look for stuff for us. This requires 6 individuals and 400. And let's also go ahead and grab ourselves the marksman squad. And I'm going to do maybe one extra fighter to travel with the scout, but we'll do that afterwards. Alrighty, so we have a pretty good setup. Let's unpause. Now, the entire game's going to play in this little point of view here, which I really enjoy. This is what drew me to the game itself. It just looks really, like, cool. I'm not sure, it just looks cool. Is that a viable opinion about something? It looks very cool. I know, I sound like a little kid right now, but it's true. It looks, you know, really appealing to me.
Unit ready.
Alright, so we have a scout now available to us. Great. Our engineer's still being over here worked on. We're still also working on the marksman, which I want to set up right up here. Meanwhile, Scout, come over here and check out this factory. As I mentioned, this factory right here can be brought down, and we can turn into another building that could benefit us over time, but we need to have the proper unlockables for that, which we don't have just now. But you can't bring down all the entire terrain. The entire terrain is destructible in the game, I should say, so you could build stuff and then, or destroy it and then rebuild into something more useful for us here. As you can see right here, we can keep an eye on what's being salvaged by the scout. So as soon as it's done, we push him out of there and we have him start going out here and above.
Unit ready.
So marksman is done. Perfect.
At the
marksman,
Copy that.
up to the tower for you. Engineer,
Ready.
and food for us, please. Okay. And we have a material area here, so I think what we need to do is set up one more engineer. Now, we're going through our population of individuals here pretty fast, but, you know, it happens.
Enemy approaching.
This is our first wave. Nothing new, not really too big of a deal, especially now that we have the marksman up here. 47 seconds until we get the extra engineer. Scout, you're done over
Commander.
here? Let's have you come outside
Yes.
really quickly and find out what's happening around here. Nothing for this on this side. Now, the Scout can fight for his own accord. We could level him up as well to make him a better fighter, but Scouts aren't really meant for fights. So they could deal with, like, the small, weak zombies, but any other big problem's going to be an issue for them. Okay. We have a bit more medicine over here. 2 more medicine.
Ready
That's
for
about it.
action.
Let's find out what's over on this side. Let me zoom on out. Okay, we have 3 or 4. 4 Zambros coming at us right now. Now, your scout, if he gets stuck out here, it's not the end of the world. He can't fight, number 1. But also, if you're inside of a building, it does offer a defensive capability. As you can see over here, it grants a huge defense bonus, but it's very fragile. So, zombies will not instantly attack your squads outside. They need to, number 1, get into the building itself. So, before they actually damage you, they have to kind of pierce through the defenses and then get inside, and once they're inside, they'll attack you. But as you can see right here, they're having a hard time getting in, and we're fine. Okay, extra engineer.
Ready for service.
Come and work in this little factory right here.
well.
Give me some more resources, and that'll be it. Over here we have
Awaiting orders.
militia squad. You, I guess, could come out here
Absolutely.
and be the backup for that dude. Now, I'm sending them out of here, which means if zombies got to the headquarters and we have nobody to defend the base, which we don't at the moment, it would be game over. So it's kind of a risky move, but you have to really be, like, you know, sure if you feel like your marksman can deal with these zombies before they become an issue for you. And we'll probably set up a barricade for it pretty soon. You're over here making money for, or making food for me still. Extra
Ready to
engineer
roll
over on
out.
this side. I don't think we'll get a benefit from this. Let me give it a try. Let me send you over here.
Ready for battle.
Militia squad. You know what? Actually, come over here instead.
Ready, Commander.
And militia squad, join
Yes.
me out here. We're gonna play this a little bit more aggressive than usual. Alrighty. And how are resources doing? Pretty good. They're all going up here at the moment. Now I'm gonna take all these 3
Ready for
guys here.
battle. At the ready.
This should have some
Copy
zombies
that.
here. So, some areas will have zombies. This is the reason why you want to have a couple of dudes to kind of help your scouts out.
Enemy
And in here we
approaching.
found, like, one of the stronger variety. That little icon you saw, that makes a... I'm not sure what kind of zombie that is, but they all have, like, different type of levels. I think you could actually find out by clicking on them. Yeah, this is a regular zombie level 2. You'd also keep track of their HP right here as well. And the same thing for our characters,
Awaiting
too.
orders.
You could heal them up on the fly, and we could also go ahead and use this unit's special abilities. What does that do? I'm not sure what the special
Ready
abilities
for
are just
action.
yet. Haven't really
Absolutely.
toyed around with that too much just yet. Alright, you guys continue doing that. But as I mentioned, it's kind of like a wait and, you know, just wait and pray game. I guess you're not really technically praying, but you are doing a lot of waiting around. You could definitely alleviate this by speeding the game up for sure, and I guess we could probably do that here a little bit for us to kind of indicate that. You guys are probably done with that scavenging. Alright, now they're coming into our base itself. Now, this is really important because if you're seeing this little timer around the icon of the zombies, that tells you how much time they have until they actually pierce the defenses of this building and get inside. Once they're inside, different ballgame, they also take benefit of the defensive bonus from that building itself, so you're kind of an even playing field. You want to make sure you get rid of them before they pierce your defenses, obviously. Let's see, one of them made it inside. Two of them made it inside, but we took care of them. But as you can see, that's where you definitely want to start building some barricades, because if you build barricades, it takes them a lot longer to get inside. And so this is kind of like your first line of defense. You definitely want to be strong. So you know what? Let's see. Let's go for a barricade 2500. Let's do that one right there. Oh, it's going to take me 10 minutes to get that up and running. Oh, wee. Now, that could be because we don't have the proper individual there for that, which would maybe be the engineer. Let me give it a try with the engineer. Some classes do build faster than the other ones over here, so you guys are fine.
Commander.
Let's check out what's over on this side now. Let's see if this speeds it up. You guys are finding those zombies there. Let's see if I could just...
Awaiting directive.
Let me move you out of there momentarily.
Ready.
And let me get the engineer inside.
Going. Ready, Commander.
Get inside, engineer. Okay. Now, did we lose the,
Enemy approaching.
I think we lost the progress there. There you go. Engineer, 1 minute, 21 seconds. So if you want to have a faster build for the defenses, definitely use an engineer as opposed to a militiaman, which would make sense, obviously, but you know. And then the guy out here that we removed, he's going to just hang out on the outskirts and he's going to fight these zombies off. Which is fine because these are the weak zombies, but for the stronger zombies, you'll definitely want to have, like, you know, like some sort of heavy unit out there for yourself. This is going to be a runner, a lot faster than the regular Zambros, but since we're inside, we should be relatively fine with these dudes as well. The barricade should be up and running pretty soon. I guess we have 13 people. Let's train ourselves another engineer, because we do need a couple more barricades over here. Alrighty,
Ready
you
for
guys,
action. Yes.
let's check out this building with the zombies here. We'll see. Now, if you don't want to necessarily keep doing this over and over, you could set them up on automatic, which would be right here. Scavenge. They'll basically go around the entire area and just search on their own. We could do that.
At the ready.
However, we just unlocked ourselves an abomination. A lot stronger than usual. Could be doing some damage to our
Awaiting
bro
orders.
over here. No, he's fine right now. I think he's fine.
Ready, Commander.
How are you guys
Ready
doing over
for
here?
action.
They're okay for the most part. Now, if they're inside of a building, they'll actually regenerate HP. If you feel they're dropping way too fast, though, you could actually go ahead and heal them yourself with your medication over here. What wave are we at now? Day 4 of 15, so wave number 4. This actually drew in a big dude, but we brought him down. Our barricade is now up and running. Perfect. Militia squad over here is taking some damage. Let's go ahead and heal him up. And let's see. Did you just never make it
Awaiting
inside
orders.
or what?
Copy that.
Get your ass inside, dude. Oh, you know what? There's no room for him inside. You are limited to how many units you could actually put into a building. I think these right here are only limited to 2. That would make sense. So you know what I could do?
At the ready.
Move
Yes.
your ass into this other building. And just shoot from there. Okay. Better move. And then over on this side, I think I want to do the same thing, so let's move you out of the way.
Reporting. Very well. Unit ready.
And we'll have another barricade. We have another extra engineer as well.
Ready to roll out.
Very cool. I want to set up a barricade for that, but you know what?
Very well.
While we're here, set up a barricade for our headquarters just in case we get pierced completely.
Enemy approaching.
That abomination is taking forever
Ready for battle.
because we have not upgraded our units. So it's time to go
Upgrade
ahead and
complete.
level them up here a little
Upgrade
bit.
complete.
We're using up our little resources.
Awaiting
That's fine.
directive.
Upgrade complete.
Ready, Commander.
Upgrade complete.
There you go. So by leveling them up, they'll actually do more damage, you can see. Each level is going to cost you more and more upgrades, but as by leveling them up, we actually brought those down in time, which was, you know, kind of being a pain in our ass over here.
Ready for battle.
Alrighty. This guy is about to get inside. Oh, we took him there. We got inside, which would have been pretty bad. Oh, and speaking of inside, though,
Awaiting orders.
come over here. I don't want my engineer fighting him. Oh, engineer took him down, though. Alright, there you go. you guys get an idea what Zombie City Defense plays out like. As I mentioned, it's a slower game because you definitely have to kind of wait out these attacks. You could make it go faster for sure, but it's one of those games that takes a while to kind of get going. We're in day number 5, as you can see the waves are getting crazier and crazier, and there's an alternative method as well where you can be aggressive yourself. Come out here, as I mentioned, and attack this area and have like a really good standpoint, which is not a bad idea at all, but you get an idea of how this plays out. All the information for the game will be down below in the description. It comes out on the 19th on Steam, if I'm correct here. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. I will catch you next time.